Hello everyone, Treecks here and welcome back to Driver. The coverage of the Undercover mode here in Miami, the first city in the game. We've gotten the attention of the Gastaldi gang. Rufus, the local pimp here in Miami, has brought us in. So we're getting places, but first we're reaching another split pathway here, if I remember correctly. So let's hear it.
You have 2 new messages.
I remembered correctly. Let's do the first one and we'll return to the second one later.
I got some ram raid work for you. Should keep you real busy. It's gonna be real disco. Call me soon, man.
Apparently this mission is going to be disco. Don't you love the 70s? I'm pretty sure this game is supposed to take place in the 70s or 80s. It is not supposed to be in the 90s, but I know that. It is kind of a retro game when it comes to that. But anyway, we're in the middle of a cutscene here, so let's go listen to this phone call first.
Yo!
It's me.
Yo, dude! You were cutting it real fine. Here's what's going down. I got some problems with this businessman. He thinks he don't need to pay protection no more. We're gonna have to explain to him again. He don't capiche too good, see? Well, he's got himself a chain of restaurants in town. So I kind of promised him we'd pay a visit on every one of his places by the end of the afternoon. Drive through the front of every single one. That don't give you a whole lot of time, but you just get it done. You clear?
Aha. The first destruction mission, also a type of mission that we find in this game. Of course, as you may know, protection money is a pretty big thing in the criminal world. And we're dealing with someone who doesn't want to pay his protection money anymore. So we're going to pay him back by destroying his business. There's a couple of restaurants around town that we need to destroy. So that we will do. You don't need COVID in order to destroy local business. We can do that with cars as well. But okay, we've got a time limit here as you can see, and we need to do this entire mission in the same time limit, I'm pretty sure. It's not like whenever we've reached the first location that we need to... that we get extra time. I don't think it works like that, dang it. And the worst part is that guy was actually signaling, so I should have seen he was going to take that turn. Okay, the first one is over here. You can already see multiple other restaurants on the map present, but we do need to do them in order. So just listen to the mission directive to make this easiest. Okay, here we have the restaurant. Let's go destroy it. Oh yeah, you get some additional seconds for everything you destroy here. Did not remember it worked like that, but... You don't directly get extra time, but for every bit of restaurant you destroy, you get additional time. Not a whole lot, but as you can see, this is how it works. Okay, this restaurant is a lot less crowded, it seems. Okay. Stupid traffic lights. Okay, where's number 3? Northwest of downtown. Okay, I can reach that. Let's go. This is the kind of mission that you can compare to crosstown checkpoints the most, I think. You don't necessarily go to one location on the map, but multiple, just like a crosstown checkpoint. The moment you've reached a checkpoint, you get another one, and you need to go there, and then you get another one, etc. This mission definitely resembles that. But unlike a crosstown checkpoint, we've actually got a time limit now. Here's restaurant number 3. Got 13 seconds out of that, so it was a good hit apparently. Okay, the fourth one seems to be at the west end of town. It's Coconut Grove. So let's make our way there. You can choose any of the roads leading west in order to get there. But I feel the middle one is actually the one that takes you closest there. I'm actually surprised there's no cops chasing us yet. Since there's one on that road over there, I'll just take the south one. I was planning on going to the middle one, but like I said, it doesn't really matter, and if I can avoid a cop, I'll do it. But here we've got cops still. It's usually impossible in missions of this length to avoid the cops entirely. Of course, in theory that should be possible, but usually you don't. It's pretty random how they spawn, but usually there's plenty of them that spawn that will see you at some point. But as long as they don't bother us, I don't really care. The thing that's bothering the most right now is my own mistakes. Get out of my way! Okay, that was not great. I'm almost dead already because of it. Oh, not enough apparently. Okay, there's one more. Good thing, because I almost died because of the stupid sandwich I got into. Okay, this one is really close, so... We've got 1 minute and a little bit of damage remaining. Should be able to live, hopefully. Oh... Okay, what troubles me more is the fact that the cops were able to get back to me because of that. Okay, time I'm not really too worried about. I have plenty of that, it seems. Make sure not to get killed by these cops. Okay. Ram! Not enough, okay. Okay, I'm unable to move, so apparently it counted. Mission cleared! Let's take a look at my notes. I can continue. There's another mission attached to this one. Before we need to return to that previous point. Okay, another phone call, cutscene. Which takes a while to load sometimes.
Listen, a shipment of Kalashnikovs is coming in tonight. I need you to meet it and get the hardware out of there before the cops get their noses in.
Kalashnikovs, eh? Those are pretty nasty guns. That's the whole reason why the criminals love it so much. And we need to get a crate of them out of the cops' noses. So it's going to be another race. Missions like these always have time limits, of course. Whenever they say, get to a certain place before the cops do, then you know what time it is. You need to get to a certain place in time. Which in our case is going to be a Dodge Island again. Place we've been to already, only this time we need to go a little bit further on there. And it's going to be night time, and since it's dark, it's a little bit harder to traverse that place. It's already kind of maze-like, but I know my way around there. I've done this game plenty of times. Just follow me if you get lost. These nighttime missions always give some extra atmosphere to the game, I feel. It is harder to see, so therefore you might also say it's a little bit more difficult to play the game this way. But it also makes it a little bit more interesting, of course, because of that. Okay, our turn is coming up here. Usually I cut through the grass, if you've noticed, whenever I need to go towards Miami Beach in order to reach that highway. But Dodge Island's turn is actually a little bit before that, so I need to do it like this. Hopefully we won't meet any cops on this road, because these narrow roads usually are pretty annoying. The cops themselves are usually avoidable, but whenever they start putting up roadblocks, then things get tricky. Because of having no sidewalks and no grass in the middle, that usually don't get blocked by roadblocks, it is pretty hard to actually avoid roadblocks here. And hopefully they won't put them up. Usually they only put them up at higher felony rates. Whenever your felony is this low, basically the minimum amount of felony you can have, they don't really put roadblocks up yet. So that you actually need a little bit more felony. Okay, this guy does not seem to be able to keep up with us, so... Go left here. Don't hit the wall, by the way. The moment I told you to follow me, don't necessarily hit the wall there. That's actually recommended you don't do that. Okay, all the way at the southeast. Here we are. No cutscene apparently. Why is my felony gone? I've got a very, very little bar of it, but... Okay. Not going to ask questions here, but I just noticed my felony just dropped to a very low amount. Okay, it returns again. And this guy's somewhere on the island, so he's going to be trapped. Of course, the AI of these cops are too stupid in order to get out of there on their own, so he's not going to be a threat. I'm actually surprised I dodged that. Dodge Island is rubbing off on me. I'm able to dodge now. Okay, I'm pretty high damage, so I do need to be careful. Can't really permit myself to get hit by another cop here. I've not hit any walls. It also damages you, of course. Oh! Okay, I'm still alive. I'm in panic mode now, but I'm still alive, so let's keep going. This time we're not timed, so if things get dicey, I can take my time. Especially since I'm carrying hot hardware, so this is definitely going to be a mission where I need to lose the tail. Hopefully he'll get shaken off on its own. Does not seem to be the case. Dang it. Please hit something. Preferably not me. Okay, I lived, but I'm kind of stuck here. Barely. But barely counts. Okay, things get a little bit more tricky now, it seems. And it also seems we've reached the point where the split pathways meet up. So it means I'm going to stop here and move back to the point where we got 2 missions on our answering machine. Okay, we're back. Back at the point where 2 messages were on our answering machine. Let's go do the second one this time around.
Listen, got this real Superfly car needs delivering. This baby's got the kind of groove injection horsepower that'll make you drool like you just spent 6 months in quarantine. Needs to get to an associate of ours before 7. See, he's got a job lined up for her already. So looks like it's gonna be tight. And it ain't gonna be no good to him if you get it there wrecked. Man, this baby's gotta look like it just rolled out of the factory. Man, he don't want to even know anyone looked at the bitch, let alone touch the leather. Get here real soon, or some other cat's gonna get the job.
Ooh, we've got competition now, it seems. If you don't get there quick enough, some other cat's going to get the job. But this mission is interesting, though. I really like this one. A mission where we need to get a very, very fine car. And we also need to make sure it gets mint condition at our destination. Superfly Drive is a mission where our damage bar is going to be pretty annoying. Because this mission, first of all, is going to ask us to go a pretty long way, as you can see. We start all the way at the west end of the map and we need to go all the way north. It's a pretty long distance, but that's not the biggest problem at this mission. Like I mentioned, our damage bar is going to be hell on this mission. Let's restart, because this is way too much damage to start with. Kinda glad that already proved my point, so I don't really have to explain this. As the mission briefing kinda said, we need to take this car to its destination mint condition. Therefore saying, our damage bar is going to increase a lot faster than it normally does. Basically saying, if you get hit twice, you are already wrecked. And that is pretty annoying to do, but also really challenging and really fun. I really appreciate the challenge here. This mission is really hard because of it. Because normally you can get hit pretty decent amount of times. making it pretty easy to get to any destination without getting wrecked. But this mission is actually going to make that a lot tougher. So make sure you don't hit anything. You are allowed to hit a couple of things. As you might have seen at my initial crash, you don't immediately get wrecked at every hit. But the damage bar definitely increases a lot quicker. And to make things even worse, you can't really take the time for this one. Saying, oh, you get hit, you get wrecked easier, and therefore just play it more carefully. You also can't quite do that because, yeah, the mission is timed, as you can see. Our clock is ticking down and not up. And especially this part is the most annoying one because of your. Okay, I lived, so let's move on. But because of the timer you have here, you can't really take the freeway here. You can't really take the broad bridge to Miami Beach. You're actually forced to take this route there. And you can kind of see what happened to that initial cup already. Why did that guy miss me? Okay, since he did, I'll just continue. I was all ready to say, I'm going out in a big ball of fire, but he missed me. Let's try that again. Okay, this time I did get hit. I'm still alive. He only scraped me. But yeah, you're really dependent on luck here, so don't get surprised if this usually ends up becoming your end. But as you can see, the cops are idiots, so they sometimes do miss you. They don't always do that, so don't count on them always working like this. Whee! Always love doing that. Nope. Where did he go? My way of crossing that bridge was a lot more safe. But okay, here we are. You don't have to worry about damage from the bridge. Whenever you hit something, that way it will never damage you. Only hitting walls will damage you, and other vehicles, of course. Whenever you hit the ground hard from a jump, that will never give you any damage. But anyway, next job.
You have 3 new messages.
Ooh, 3 messages.
Yeah, listen up. We're setting a trap. Now you one wise Caucasian, so maybe you figured out use the bait. Call me, man.
Okay, let's just do this first one. But yeah, even on a split pathway, you sometimes get a split pathway. Interesting. But we'll be taking a look at that other one after this one, because this is the only mission that will come out of this branching path, it seems. And there are only 2 missions, so don't get confused by the 3 new messages. That other one is actually something else. But we'll take a look at that after this mission. This one we'll be doing first.
Yellow.
I called you.
So listen, get yourself over to Ball Harbor and attract the attentions of the Black Interceptor. Make him mad, then bring him to us behind Slippy Jack's. I'll set the trap up now. Then we're gonna have ourselves some party.
Okay, it seems we're building a trap for someone. In other words, we need to wreck a car again. Only this time it's not going to be like a pursuit mission. This one is going to be a little bit different. A lot more annoying, in all honesty. Because bait for a trap is going to ask us to destroy a car. Only this one does not start right beside us. You can already see it by the shadow a little bit. This one is all the way at the other end of town. So it's going to take a while before we actually meet him. But the good part is he's standing still, so don't feel like you need to intercept him in a certain location. The guy is standing still. Something I feel I need to address, because sometimes I got confused because of this mission in earlier times I've played this game. I thought this guy was actually driving around town, but he actually is not. He's just standing still there. He is in his car because, like the mission briefing said, we're setting up a trap for him, so we need to lure him into chasing us. But before we actually get to that part where he's going to chase us, he's actually standing still. So we don't need worry about him going places. We'll only start moving the moment we actually hit him, so he starts entering revenge mode and he will try to wreck us. That's our basic goal. We need to get this guy to follow us. Oh. Oh, thank you for the roadblock, guys. Bam! Most fun way to deal with roadblocks, just ram through them in the middle. Of course, don't do that if you've got high damage, because that will kill you. Hopefully this is going to be the only one. The police will only set up roadblocks the moment they're actually chasing you, so the moment you have lost them, you won't meet any roadblocks. Oh. Also funny when that happens. You're trying to avoid a roadblock and there's actually a cop on the other side of them. The cars that are actually used in roadblocks usually don't start chasing you around. They are actually used only as roadblocks. But sometimes they do. If there's actually a maximum number of cars that can chase you, I believe that is 3. Sometimes 4. In the later cities I believe it is 4, just like in survival mode. And the moment you don't actually have that maximum amount of 3 or 4 cop cars chasing you, it is actually possible that every car you hit in a roadblock will also start chasing you. If you already reached your maximum amount of cars that can chase you, they actually won't start chasing you. They will just stand still there. Okay, we've reached the suburbs. Let's go make this guy mad. So he'll start chasing us. Ow. Okay, luckily the one's only scraped. Bam! Okay, he starts swearing. The beeping was kind of an indication he didn't like us. So, let's go get him to the trap. Of course, we need to make sure he keeps chasing us, so make sure he doesn't lose you. Of course, also make sure he doesn't kill you. Since I'm in high damage already, I should be careful actually. But I can use this broad road in order to get to the south point here. It's not really South Point. I know there's a place in Miami called South Point, but we're heading south, that's what I'm trying to say. And 90% of the route you can use this broad road, so you don't have to worry about obstacles here. All of the other traffic you can avoid pretty easily. Cops are not going to be an issue now, since this guy is chasing us, he's basically replacing the cops. Let's make sure he doesn't kill himself. Let's lure him into this car park. We've got him where we want. There we go. We're not going to see it, but he's probably going to get killed now. But anyway, let's return to the motel at the mission before this one, since this was the only mission at the split pathway.